Welcome aboard for another video.
Thanks, Conductor Keith.
Hello, thanks for tuning in. Today we're gonna pimp my ride. Okay, I'm not very good at being cool, but the purpose of this video is I've gathered up odds and sods of RC parts, and I'm going to, as inconspicuously as possible, put RC control to steer this thing. I've added the butane control, which we'll talk about in this video as well. So I'll start with touching on the butane. In a previous video, I tried alcohol, I've tried sterno. However, yesterday, the butane gave me a 25-minute drive. That's after heating it up, 25 minutes. And I had to stop it when the sight glass showed the water at the bottom of the sight glass. Then I lay in bed last night, not really sleeping, but thinking instead of how I can inconspicuously make the front wheels turn. So today I'm going to install a digital 2.4 gigahertz receiver and a servo and turn these front wheels and take it outside and go for a drive. So I have at hand this butane tank and I have the whole system, including the round burner and whatnot. And it's a Mammoth product. It's not made to go in Wilesco engines. In fact, you don't have to do what I'm going to do. You can just get the Bix burner that is made to fit, slide right on in there, and that's fine. But to save myself some money, I'm just going to throw this in. It's a round burner, but I think it'll be okay. I had to reshape this piece. And as you can see, it's in there, nice. It's tight, it's wired in. Not that wired, there's other wires in there. That wire just holds the jet there because I had to use the screw that holds the jet in as a means to keep the burner level. Then I mounted this on here with wire. I put holes there and I mounted with wire only to discover the roof, which doesn't come off. So I tried all kinds of things. Now my pipe's not long enough, so there was already a hole in the floor. So I cut up my old VCR metal again, and it doesn't look pretty, but that goes there, and I just screwed in there. So when I want to reload, I have to unscrew the tank, reload the tank by hand. Simple matter of screwing it back in there. It fits there nice. It was literally 5 seconds to put that on, and that holds snug right there. Lighting turned out to be super easy, and this is turned right down low. Like right down low. I could get it a little lower. And to think, I've got the gas turned down as low as I can get it to go. Well, I've been running for 20 minutes. And for the first time, I've really seen the water in the boiler go down. You can see it in there, it looks boiling. And it's near the bottom of the glass now. All right, I just turned the gas off. We've been running for 25 minutes and the water is at the bottom of the sight glass. So I'm going to consider that an extreme success. Even though I didn't put him in the run that time because I simply forgot, there's still enough room for V-hand to stand right there. Lots of room, that's good. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to take this off. All right. Boom. Reload. Press it in. Simple as that. Given this is plug and play, I'm just going to take this out of my my receiver. I have an extra small servo, and I'm going to use the battery pack that I plug into here. And I'm going to drop that, but then I'm going to try it all out on my Wilesco Showman engine.
Before I carry on, it would be remiss of me not to mention at Michael Ramsey for introducing me to RC.
Here I go again with a piece of my VCR from Goodwill. Nice steel back, of course. And so I'm making a tray that will go up there to hold the receiver and the batteries. Well, this is kind of like origami with sheets of metal. All right, you can see that tab. You can see the box in there. And if you look up under here, you see the box. And you see that tab. And under there, there's 2 tabs that go up and under that brass thing there. It's in snug. I can take it out easily by sliding that forward and the whole thing comes out. I made it so that when I put this piece down in here and press it down, it's snug. And I got the receiver there, and I've got this in my hand here.
And as you can see, so I've drilled holes through there and there. They're not even. And I'm going to use this remote control steel. It's very hard to bend steel. All right, so the next step is to see if this actually works. Okay, so I've turned on the receiver. I should have mentioned earlier that this servo is held on to the front of the boiler. Now, that's the smoke box, so it shouldn't be too hot. And it's got this extremely sticky double-sided tape holding it on. And the wings that used to have wings here for screwing it onto something, well, I can snip those off. So there you go. While this looks good up there, the one thing I've learned is trying to pack all the parts in there was tricky, in the wires, and it was fiddly business then to get it back up there. So this is just the test, right? This is just a test of concept. So I'm going to build one. It's going to be probably another almost inch deeper, and that way we'll be able to we won't even have to take this off. We'll just be able to tuck the batteries up in there and whatnot, and that'll be just great. And in the future, I intend to put another servo here so that I can pull the whistle. I just don't have a servo at the moment. We are watered, fueled, and oiled. We have VHAN ready to drive. Just as I came outside, it started to rain. Just like a minute before, I carried one thing out and it was just starting. VHAN doesn't mind the rain. I'm sure the engine doesn't mind the rain. It's also a little chilly at 8 degrees Celsius. Now let's see if there's any pressure yet. Get my finger up in there. Yeah, there's some pressure. Time for the moment of truth. Haha! How much fun is that? Currently it's going upgrade on the driveway. There's some rough bricks here. No problem. I suspect VHAN's fairly happy. Why don't we try the rough road? The road here is really rough, actually. Like you can't maybe tell, but it's pretty rough asphalt. Oh, it makes the machine shake a bit. Yeah, it's not having much fun on this bumpy ride. Poor VHAN. Hope he took his gravel this morning. Let's get off this old bumpy stuff. So there you go, 2.4 gigahertz digital radio control steering my Wilesco Showman engine.
And you can't even see any of the RC components. Well, except for the one on the front, the servo on the very front, and the wire up. But beyond that, looks pretty good. We'll test out some reverse now in a sec. I mean, I don't know why we'd have to, but let's do it anyway. Power is over that hump. All right, of course it has slipper centric. So it's now going in reverse. The gears aren't as bedded in reverse on this engine, as you can tell. So enough of that. I mean, it'll go, of course. Here we go forward again. I think it'd be fun if my son comes out with his sidewalk chalk and draws a roadway around here. Happily, the RC components are safe under the canopy out of the rain. My wife and I are talking about starting possibly next summer. We were going to do it this summer, but I wound up going to Scotland and England and Wales. We're talking about possibly next summer starting a garden railway. Well, it's just going to have a broad paved road through it so that, you know, while trains are running, you can drive around an engine like this. Evidence of steam oil coming out the stack, compound steam oil, which is mostly animal fat. 8 degrees in rain is not too bad, but my hands are a bit stiff. V-hand's okay. He was behind the, you know, the back head. It's all very wet. So as a recap, since I've got this engine, and I want to thank John G for that, I used thin vinyl sheet you can put through an inkjet printer to make my Pencross Railway Road traction division. Of course, I've also put the logo on there. I've custom fit a Mammoth burner that is not meant to fit in there. And of course, now I've added the RC. The one step I'll do when I have some more hobby money is I'll get some more RC equipment, and I'm going to be able to pull the whistle with a button. That's for the future. As I said, I do want to build a new box in here for the RC equipment, bring it down almost an inch so there's more room, it's less fiddly. The real machines like this were packed with equipment anyway, and tanks and all kinds of stuff, so that wouldn't look out of place. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I hope my video will encourage some ideas. Hi, girly. This is my editing the video companion.